Works a 9 to 5, then goes out with his friends on Friday night, then repeats it all again. But he's doing fine, financially stable with a decent life. But deep inside, he's always wanting more, but too afraid to open up that door. He's 21, but he knows life is short, and being poor is better than having regrets. So he takes all the money that he has to try and live a dream that he had. All his friends start to think he's going mad, but he's all in and never looking back. She's living dime to dime. She works all week, Monday to Sunday night, hoping one day, oh, that her kids will thrive. And
चलो
Star Snatch Clip is known for its heels.
डेली तो हो गए मेरे वेस्ट कर रहा था
Quake!
Lights out. Judgment.
तो ठीक है कुछ भी पड़ रही है मेरे चेहरे में कुछ आ गया
Certainly worth the extra mile.
यहाँ है शायद बटन नहीं
Are you all right? Were you attacked?
No, I'm all right. I was just chasing after that figure, and then all of a sudden, I didn't feel so hot.
Let me take a look.
The air definitely feels heavy. It smells nice, but for some reason, it's hard to breathe. This feeling, I've encountered it before.
Everything looks all right. It was probably just the stress.
I can't rest. Mr. Edgar, he's a good man. I can't...
Oz, you need to calm down and listen to me. Edgar is the one we're after. He and Kyria are the same person.
But how is that possible? I thought you said Kyria was in his 30s. Mr. Edgar is 70-something. Changing your appearance to look decades older, that doesn't seem possible.
That's precisely why he had to resort to extraordinary measures to age himself. Kyria used a delusion to bring back the Auguste flower, corroding his body in the process.
No. He couldn't have. Mr. Edgar has been in Port Ormos for years. If someone started impersonating him all of a sudden, we would have noticed.
And what if the impersonation started before he ever set foot in Sumeru?
चलो अभी इसको कम कर देते हैं थोड़ा पार्टी करते थे।
I've yet to confirm it, but I suspect Curia killed the real Edgar Fontaine not long after his release from prison. While Edgar was incarcerated, the new Edgar then decided to relocate to Sumeru, seemingly out of an innocuous desire to let go of the past. He even left perfume making in favor of mentoring students. But these decisions were all for a specific purpose, and Sumeru fit the bill to a T. As the years went by, he removed his disguise little by little and continued to refine his skills. It would have been a gradual process, one that ensured no one around him would notice anything unusual.
That explains why Sylvain said he barely recognized Edgar back at the hotel! He aged himself decades beyond his years just so he could accomplish his revenge! Is that even worth it?
I need to find Mr. Edgar. He's not that kind of person. He can't be.
What you really need is to get out of here and rest.
No,
Wait! This environment is likely being
Delusion.
influenced by the delusion. Any discomfort, no matter how slight, should... I know how to relieve your symptoms, Mr. I'm sure Kyria... No, Edgar. Wouldn't want any more innocent people...
Kale's right. The Traveler and I will take things from here. This leads me to believe those blessed with a vision or capable of wielding elemental power are more resistant to the effects of Actually, now that I think about it, this stronghold likely has multiple points of entry. If the target were to escape from a different point of entry, I hate to trouble you, but we need people to survey the perimeter.
Thanks. Hear that? We're heading out. There's work to be done. Ooze, head back to Port Ormos and start gathering reinforcements.
Traveler, Emily, for someone who's old...
Don't worry. This isn't the end. Not for us
हाय
or for
बीपीची
Kyria.
फेस कैम कहाँ है? फेस कैम भाई नहीं, फेस कैम वगैरह नहीं कर रहा मैं। बस गेंशिन लाइव है अभी तो मैं ऐसे ही ग्राइंड कर रहा हूँ। एक कैरेक्टर चाहिए था हमको। ग्राइंड टेबल्स होता है।
Monsters. Perhaps they were attracted here by the increased level of elemental energy. I've never seen these seeds before. They must also have been created with the power of a delusion. It seems to be avoiding us, and there's no other way forward. Perhaps we could try luring it to the edge of the cliff.
तू कर क्या रहा है अभी? हाँ तो डिस्कॉर्ड पे बैठा हुआ जा अभी।
Wow, look at all the... There are so many of them.
I fear that statement is truer than you know, Paimon. Using a delusion...
मेरा लेवल हाई हो
He only
जाता।
needed a few bottles of a goose to carry out his plan, right?
Perhaps
अरे
hatred
तू
wasn't not long ago. He told me he didn't
तेरा
want all the
लेवल
flock
क्या ही
that
है
Kyria
होगा सर?
betrayed Snezhnaya,
देखो
abandoned
बहुत
Fontaine,
खेलना
and
पड़ेगा।
lived his entire
मैं
for someone
55
with
लेवल पे
nowhere
हूँ।
to call home.
देखो महीने खेलना होगा तब जाके। तेरे एग्जाम्स भी है, कहाँ से खेलेगा? मेरे भी है वैसे तो, पर मैं तो बहुत टाइम से खेल रहा हूँ।
Solidified!
Laid bare.
Fresh and floral!
Stabilize! I will have order!
Everlasting as the moon.
2 मिनट दे मैं अभी।
हाँ
A plant that destroys seeds. Huh. Quite the ecological marvel. Let's head back to the place where the seeds first appeared.
भाई वापस जाके फूट गया क्या ही
The scent of flowers is getting stronger. We're almost at the end. The scent of flowers is...
Did they catch up that fast? No. My strength is just waning.
सुन तू खेलता रहे मैं ये
But it doesn't matter. This is far enough.
मैं म्यूट oh wait ओह अच्छा हाँ बता देता साले मेरे को लगा मैं वो हूँ
नहीं मैं सोच रहा था फिर रिप्लाई करिएगा नहीं तो म्यूट करता मैं नहा के आ जाता हूँ
This is a garden of Auguste flowers. But it's not mine. It's the one that was set on fire all... Yelena? Yelena! You tried to hide it from me, but the reason why you continued to use the delusion, the reason why you set your garden on... I shouldn't have listened to you that day. I shouldn't have taken the Mora and ran. But by the time I realized something wasn't right, there was nothing left. The flowers were gone. I know I'm almost 20 years too late. I should have come looking for you earlier. I should have died with you that day.
फिर किसी की लवर जल गई भाई
Yelena?
हाँ ये होता रहता
Yelena! No! Don't leave me! Yelena!
I'm alive. No.
That was an illusion.
No. The amount of fake.
We started making the preparations last night with one goal in mind: to create a perfect accord. The accord is the basis of perfume making,
the product in its most primitive form. Ambergris mixed with cedar wood, rounded out with a base note of agar wood.
This is the scent of leather?
Exactly. We're unable to extract essential oils from leather, but by combining other raw materials, we can recreate its essence. That is the purpose of an accord.
Does that mean you can recreate any scent in the whole world?
I'm afraid not. Certain fragrances in this world are simply one of a kind. That quality is what draws people in and fuels their obsessions.
If I wear a goose to the ball, I'll also be one of a kind.
Our competitor already got their hands on it.
It doesn't matter how much it costs. I have to buy something better.
This fragrance will be one of a kind, no more. Myths can be deconstructed, miracles can be recreated. All it takes is skill, experience, limitless exploration, and a little patience. The only thing left is determining where the real Auguste is hidden. Pretending to be attacked means he's not free to move around. Auguste must be hidden within reach.
Paimon took a peek through the window earlier and his house was packed with flowers.
The curator commissioned a flower pot from Kasharawar, capable of retaining heat and moisture.
Perfumes are as beautiful as flowers, and equally as delicate. When stored, you must take care to control the temperature and keep them away from direct sunlight. Did you get all that, Emily?
I got it.
बहुत अच्छा बनाया है यार ये तो।
Did you hear? Someone was attacked again last night.
So, Sylvain is dead. Is that right?
Yes, Master.
So, you switched the bottles of Auguste, and then lied to me about Sylvain's...
Convincing you that your revenge had been completed was the easiest way to get you...
Impossible. Even if you found a way to switch out the bottles, there's no way you could have made an accord. If Auguste was so easy to replicate, Yelena wouldn't have.
It was a combination of rainbow roses, glaze lilies, and Cecilias. Those ingredients would have conflicted with each other if you tried to combine them in the past. But recently, we found a way for them to work together.
Rainbow roses?
Auguste was created over 10 years ago. All this perfumery techniques are advancing day by the mythos surrounding Auguste may have been untouchable almost 20 years ago.
The past.
You've been working as a perfumer for all these years. You should have always known that it is possible to make an accord, even if only in theory. But the meaning you assigned to Auguste became so inflated, you allowed yourself to get lost in it. Just like the perfume mania that captivated the public all those years ago. You believed in its divinity and grand. Your obsession with Auguste is also what allowed us to predict how you intended your plan to end, and to make preparations in advance.
We just didn't expect it to happen so fast.
Well, you hit the nail on the head now, didn't you? So, since you've been preparing your accord since last night, I assume you've also figured out my method, then. That means the news of Sylvain's death. The crowd gathered outside the hotel this morning. It was all an act you put on with the sheriff?
Yes. If we hadn't, you might have resorted to the delusion out of desperation.
Who knows? Maybe I would have just offed myself then and there.
I know if you had things your way, you would carry the truth of Edgar's demise and the secrets of this garden to the grave, but I'm sorry, Master. I don't want to see any more death. Sylvain only inhaled a small amount of poison. He's being detained as we speak. All the crimes he concealed back then will be exposed in a court of law for everyone to see, and all his secrets will be revealed. The same goes for you as well.
Is that so? Well, I suppose I'll be...
Whoa, he accepted that kind of fast.
I don't feel the need to justify my actions, nor do I intend to repent for them. I did what I set out to do. I may have lost in the end, but it was my choice of reason.
Careful, everyone. This environment...
Stick close and hurry.
Looks like I'm almost out of time. Although, I do have one final question, Emily.
Of course, Master.
The combination you used to make your accord. How did you figure it out?
The scent of a goose is complex and varied, yet the main ingredient consists of a single variety of flower. So, as I was analyzing the sample yesterday, I got to thinking, what if the scent of the Auguste flower was already imbued?
You're saying Yelena designed Auguste to have the scent?
Rainbow roses, glaze lilies, Cecilias. The perfumers of the past knew that if you combine their essential oils directly, they would just cancel each other out. It was a conundrum they could never solve. But if you cultivate a new flower species that intrinsically carries the unique features of those three scents, you can bypass that issue entirely. It goes without saying that for that time, this idea was a stroke of genius.
Rainbow roses, glaze, Yelena.
फाइनली यार खत्म हो गया.
Did you know? Miss Emily's releasing a new Right, I heard about that. I think it's called Yelena.
Seems like everyone in Fontaine is talking about the new perfume you're releasing.
I was hoping to release it without such a fuss, but the news spread way faster than I expected. I just hope it won't become the source of some new myth, especially after all the work we did to demystify. I did, although I made a few modifications to the formula to make the scent more pleasant and long-lasting. I actually brought a few samples with me today. I hope they're to your liking. Also, I was hoping you could try out the fragrance before I officially release it and tell me your thoughts.
Of course! A good sense of taste and sense of smell go hand in hand, you know? Just leave it to Paimon!
It's alright. Besides, when it comes to perfume...
Right! Do those flowers have some special meaning? Hearing their names seemed to have an effect on him.
If I had...
A language of flowers? Oh, we've heard of that!
What each flower is said to represent varies by person and across different moments in history. This, after returning to Fontaine, I did some research, and it turns out the meaning... Forget the past. Perhaps that's the legacy Yelena always...
You think Kiria knew about that?
I paid him a visit. Who knows? Maybe Yelena is gone. We'll never... Even if that is what she was trying to say, I would never be able to... Avenging her death? That was the meaning... Kiria cultivated his revenge like... In any case, he did want me to pass along his thanks. Thank you for saving my life. For giving me the chance to learn that Auguste could have carried a very different meaning. Love and hatred are a privilege. When someone dies, their thoughts, feelings, and intentions die with them. In that sense, what Auguste truly represents in the language of flowers will forever remain a mystery. But even if it's only a conjecture, I would like to believe my own... The meaning we give to flowers, the symbolism we assign to our perfumes, they're constantly twisted and yet at the very outset, they're born from the simplest and most beautiful desires we hold in our heart.
ये दो पुल मिल गए, ये करके देखते हैं। 5 स्टार मिलना चाहिए यार, 70 पिटे हो गया। लिनेट कैरेक्टर मैं कभी यूज़ भी ना करूँ, फालतू में रखा है। हाँ hello Akira, welcome to stream.
Another test subject. Solidified.
Transfixed.
Oh, it's up. I'm just farming for problems.
No, my sword.
Certainly worth the extra mile.
Yeah, it's okay.
Certainly worth the extra mile. Certainly worth the extra mile.
Rise!
It's over here.
Solidify!
I'll do it next time.
Certainly worth the extra mile.
Transfixed. You can't run. Punishment. Rain cutter.
I stand against the long night. This is order. Burst the darkness. Solidify.
Overruled. Rain outlines your face.
I stand against stabilize. And burst the darkness. Wind.
Gather.
Strike them down.
No, my sword.
I stand against the long night. And
Solidify.
Laid bare. You can't run.
I stand against the long night and purge the darkness.
Order guide you.
Light path. Rain outlines your fate.
Quake.
Go on. Overruled.
What the fuck?
Now extinguished.
मैं नहीं कर रहा भाई कितना टफ है ये 1 मिलियन डैमेज के बाद भी नहीं काम कर रहा What's this? Welcome. The tough है यार ये boss वगैरह
Looking for...
Columbina.
After sensing your arrival, I wanted to see how close I could get to you from behind. Because you had nothing better to do? is that the Tsaritsa only sought the power of the moon goddesses. Take walks, watch the moon, sometimes sing. But I came to do that last one less and less after Sandrone forbade it.
She didn't like your singing?
No, she praised it actually. But I had only recently joined the Fatui then, and she said my singing set the others on edge because, for those not in the know, it seemed like I was about... Oh, and there was another reason. She said she did most of her research at night, so if I sang during... So? Get along? She often showed up behind me without making a sound, like I did to you earlier. She said it was an attempt to test me, I believe. I too attempted to join in on the game, but she always managed to spot me before I even got close. Eventually, I resorted to using Kuvaki and managed to give her quite a scare from behind.
Yeah. Paimon else there was a game to the neighbor.
What else? Oh, the doctor often asked me to assist in his light realm-related research. I obliged him a few times, but it was so dull. Use Kuvaki to strike this, yes. Even though I've run away from home, I do have some fond memories of it all the same. Arlecchino and Sandrone treated me quite well, along with... Give me your hand. Rosaline taught me it's important to always express gratitude to others. So, thank you for listening to me. I believe that's enough for today.
Whoa, that was sudden. Yeah, guess you're right. Well...
क्या मिल गया भाई मुझे? हाँ हेलो.
हेलो.
हाँ बता.
जी. अभी भी खेल रहा है क्या गेंशिन?
हाँ ये मिल क्या गया मुझे समझ नहीं आ रहा. स्टोरी करना है मेरे को. लीडर मिलेगा. अच्छा हाँ ये स्ट्रीम ठीक दिख रहा है ना. मैं पूछना भूल गया था.
हाँ ठीक है ठीक है. अच्छा क्वालिटी भी अच्छी है.
क्योंकि बिट रेट ठीक ठाक कर दिया हूँ तो दिक्कत नहीं होगा.
अच्छा.
कुछ बोलियो. तेरी आवाज़ ज़्यादा तो नहीं आ रही. वो एडजस्ट कर लो.
क्या? मैं कुछ नहीं बोल रहा था अभी तक.
अच्छा हाँ.
Osmanthus wine tastes the same as I remember.
ठीक है.
But where are those who share the memory?
Adore.
कल ही आता हूँ मैं क्लास में खाना खा के
ठीक है फिर।
आता हूँ।
Solidify!
Trends fast!
Neat! I want this.
Overruled!
I'll be back.
You can't run! Witness the power.
Stabilize. I will have order.
Laid bare.
Unsolicited, and all the more valuable for it.
Solidify!
Transfixed!
Gather!
Dancing in the wind.
हम नहीं कर सकता क्या?
Impressive bounty.
Solidify!
Let me read you a overruled.
One man's stone is another man's gem.
Transfixed.
Crumble!
Up and away! Swift is the swallow.
Certainly worth the extra mile.
Rain outlines your face.
Something with which to commemorate this occasion.
We'll ensure your safety.
Unsolicited, and all the more valuable for it.
Stabilize!
Overruled.
One man's stone is another man's gem.
It's important to replenish your supplies.
Solidify!
Laid bare.
neutralized.
Transfixed.
Solidified.
Sir.
Witness my rise. Overrule.
Unsolicited, and all the more valuable for it. Yeah.
Laid bare.
Solidified.
Transfixed.
Solidify!
Overrule. Yeah.
Quake! Stabilize!
Laid bare.
Unsolicited, and all the more valuable for it.
do you think you're going?
Overruled.
You won this one. That's close enough. Solidify. I'll be back. I'll be back. Stabilize.
Transfixed.
Let's hit the...
That's close enough. Solidify. Need. I'll be back. That's close enough. Looking for trouble? Gather. Take that. I'll be back. You won this one.
Unsolicited, and all the more valuable for it.
Stabilize!
Laid bare. An impressive bounty. Overrule.
Gather! Solidify!
Laid bare.
Closing in.
Gather! Crumble!
Unsolicited, and all the more valuable for it.
We have put in. If you ever...
दो और बन गया। 70 per day. Okay.
Shilonen, how's everything going?
Oh, hi, Traveler. I have bad news. Seat Lolly did not reply to our
Huh? You mean she didn't even bother to give Kanichi a response?
Yeah, well, she can be also quite eccentric, though she's one of the most gifted people around. Even the Masters of the Nightwind often struggle to work with her. My guess is that she probably has other reasons for not deigning us with a response. But let's go to the stadium and see if we can meet her there. If we do get a chance to talk to her in person, we can still try to work something out.
That's true. Let's go! Paimon doesn't see anybody. Seems she's just not gonna show up, huh?
Yeah.
Allora.
Well, we tried.
That might be true, but this is still a request from the Pyro Archon, right? Shouldn't
A subject? Well, if you ask me, I'd say we're all more like friends with the Archon. Yes, Mawika is our leader, but that doesn't mean there's any kind of tall barrier between us and her. The only thing is that she often has very high expectations of us.
Huh. So even though she's super powerful, unlike that old hag Granny Eatstily, right? Does she think she can ignore us just because she's famous? You all talk about her like she's... If that's what aging does to you, Paimon never wants to...
Oh, really? So, that's how you see me?
Huh? Who's there? Who's talking next to Paimon?
Oh, don't mind me. I'm just a disgruntled old hag, right?
Huh? See, Lolly.
Wait, you're...
Yes, Granny Eatsley. But emphasis on Eatsley, not Granny. Ah, you must know this trope from light novels, surely. They use it all the time. The young man who's actually the oldest person in the room. The girl next door who turns out to be a seasoned veteran. The wise say— Oh, wipe that look off your face! You've seriously never seen an older lady that doesn't look her age?
Did I forget to mention? She's called Granny. It was an honest mistake. I guess we've just gotten used to it.
Paimon, sorry.
What? How dare you? Don't you know it's rude to ask a lady her age?
Paimon really didn't mean to offend you, it's just that... Oh, Paimon just wanted to apologize, but...
It was my idea to invite you here, Seat Lolly. So if you're upset, you can just take it out on me.
All right. I was only joking. I didn't mean to chastise anyone. I received Kenichi's letter and was planning to attend this meeting. Since I had already decided to come, I figured there was no need to draft a reply that simply said, "Understood." But it's also natural for people to get held up by one thing or another as they're trying to leave the house. At first, I was thinking of quietly sneaking over, but since you were already here waiting for me, I started to think about how I should phrase my apology. Anyway, that's the whole story.
What? Was she feeling embarrassed?
When the Masters of the Night went, said they struggled dealing with her. I wonder if the feeling is mutual. She seems to be pretty awkward.
Anyway, Shilonen, I heard that you require my help in crafting—
Correct. The situation isn't like anything we've handled before. Let me explain.
I see. So Mawika has asked you to forge an ancient name for an Outlander, and you've also heard all about Auroron. I must say, he's always been a good kid.
Yeah, that's why we came here to ask you. We'll help bring Auroron back if you help us solve the
I suppose I'll just call you Traveler for now. Traveler, come here. Let me take a good look at you. Wealth leads to unending conflicts between people. Yet you alone transcend the value of gold. Baleful thunder, and oh weary yet free soul. Even the most verdant leaf in the forest will pray for your happiness and safe passage.
Aja, discard aja.
Those are all the things that I could see. Huh?
Huh? What thing? Don't scare Paimon. Is the Traveler gonna be okay?
Shoo! That should do it. You've just returned from the Night Kingdom, so some fragments of souls were still stuck to your body. No need to worry.
Isn't that kinda like...
It's nothing as serious as that. If left unattended, the most it could do is stir up some chaos in your mind.
मैं तो नहीं कर
and
रहा
generally
हूँ,
worsen
तू
your
खेल
mood.
अभी, मैं आता हूँ थोड़ी देर में. हाँ ठीक है.
Well, in that case, better to get rid of them.
It was nothing. Shilonen, let's follow your proposal. Once you've brought Auroron back...
The Lord of the Night? But don't we need to talk to the Wyab of the tribe?
Something this important is beyond their jurisdiction.
नहीं नहीं देखा.
Only the Lord of
देख
the
लूँगा
Night.
चलना इसके बाद.
Oh, so you're basically...
कर लेता
not
हूँ थोड़ी देर और
exactly.
खेलता हूँ फिर बंद
It's
कर
not
दूँगा.
so much that one's... Just listen carefully to what I'm about to... But I will need to...
I can go.
Sounds good. Then we'll...
The Fatui are nothing to scoff at, so please.
Yep, we'll be sure to play it safe.
All right, now it's time for us to catch that brat and bring him back. I'm sorry I made you wait earlier. It was actually because I decided to swing by Auroron's place to look for clues. He has always lived alone.
वैसे वाले
And I
चल
found a
ठीक है.
broken jar in his house. And interestingly enough, I saw some slash marks in the house that did not match any of our local weapons. My guess is they were left by Snezhnayan arms.
ठीक है मैं आ गया.
Oh, sounds like...
But that's not to say that I believe he's totally innocent, of course. Since he's the only one who was kidnapped out of everyone in Natlan. In any case, I'm truly sorry to put you two through all...
You can count on...
All right, then let's start by heading to where... An eyewitness. I don't know how much you're willing to believe me, but Auroron really is a good kid. I see no reason why he'd suddenly get an... I'm convinced that what the witnesses saw was actually the Fatui coercing him. Or perhaps trying to extract information. However, I doubt anyone would believe me. Given...
Didn't Kanich say that she's a bit...
Auroron? Well, he learned a lot from us. And once he reached adulthood, he built himself a house out in the countryside. He spends most of his days growing vegetables and raising aphids, living off of what he harvests from the garden. He's always been such a good kid. He would even get his friends to deliver whole bags of fresh produce to my place. Oh well, let's keep looking. He can answer all of our questions once we find... He's been raising phlogiston aphids for a long time. Let's follow the phlogiston trail.
Huh? What trail?
Oh, right. I forgot... here. How about now?
What do you see? Whoa, Paimon...
That's right. I used a spell to temporarily transfer a portion of my senses to you. For a short while, you'll be able to see the phlogiston too.
Wow, you can even share your senses with us?
It requires a very rare spell that most people aren't adept at. But don't worry, it's a cinch for me. When I held your hand... Anyway, we'll need to use our vision now to track down Auroron.
Over here, this way! See, Lolly might say a lot of deep and confusing stuff, but this spell of hers is really something.
What was that?
Oh, Paimon was just complimenting you. Really?
What does she mean by deep and confusing? As far as elderly shamans go, I'd say that I'm already pretty easy to talk to. Is there any other old hag who's as fluent in the language of the youth as me? But is my way of speaking still not trendy enough? I've already tried my best to match their speech patterns. Or perhaps I'm still not fashionable enough? But that can't be, right? Don't tell me there's...
Huh? Was that? See?
Now that I think about it, it's a good thing I found some helpers this time. Some things are best done with the help of friends. Oh? They appear to be feeling quite confident. Looks like our work will go smoothly.
Hey, looks like there's a new camp over there.
Wait. The phlogiston here is a bit odd. Let me see.
Paimon sees a small shape here. Could it be?
This is a distress signal for the Masters of the Nightwind. Only someone from our tribe would recognize. We've got to find him. Leaving such a subtle mark implies that he was trying to be discreet. In other words, if they notice us, we can just charge in and fight them to the death. But what if my darling grandson is also there? I can't have him caught in the crossfire. No, I've got to be careful. Otherwise he'd get hit as well. How annoying. No. No.
Quake! Stabilize! Solidify!
There are traces of people staying here too.
Wait a second. I can also smell a mix of elements in the air. Pyro.
Kanich told us that you were super amazing. No wonder you can sense so many more.
It's about time that little... there are signs of a struggle here. Judging from what's left on the scene, there must have been a fight.
Do you still remember the little mark we found before? Paimon's thinking, what if Auroron wanted to leave another distress signal, but was caught by the...
Given there are 2 signals leading from here, I'll take this direction, and leave the other... Auroron! What the heck were you doing? It's one thing to trouble me, but now I had to bring other people into this as well. Ah, you little brat.
And gosh, Traveler, did you hear all of that as well? Once Lolly left, that voice went away as well. Paimon even tried calling her name inside Paimon's head, but there was no response. So you were thinking the same thing. Paimon also thought that if we could hear what she was thinking, then she could probably also hear what we were thinking in our heads. She did say that she was quite adept at this spell, and it doesn't sound like she's had any trouble with it in the past. Huh, maybe we're If you think about it, she's really got a lively inner world. It paints quite a different picture from Paimon's first impression of her.
Overruled.
Paimon sees some traces here. Let's follow them and see if we can find anything up ahead. Did you find something? Huh. So we can't... That's weird. The phlogiston trail, but he can't have just evaporated into thin...
So, you can hear the sounds of the wind from beneath the earth. I'm very sorry, but please do not move. I apologize that our first meeting has to take place like this. It's just that you're much like one of those animals with ears that perk up as soon as it senses danger in their environment. And given your combat proficiency, I would not have been able to gain an advantage over you if you were anywhere else in the world. However, you're now in the Night Kingdom, a familiar domain to the Masters of the Night. Hello, Traveler. I'm Auroron, the one you've been searching for. Ah, the Fatui's custody. I see. So even Granny has told you that I was coerced by the Fatui. I'm afraid you've been brought here. My friend and I only left those traces to lure you here. Deceiving you was never our true intent, however. It was simply the fastest and most feasible way.
Greetings, traveler from afar.
Be careful with this traveler. His soul is temporarily restrained by us, and it appears to have become more fragile in the process. It's taking all my concentration to hold on to him.
It was I who tasked Auroron with leaving the traces to lead you here, and I who used the Master's ritual to bring your soul to the Night Kingdom. I've heard much about you from the past encounters you've had with my colleagues. Given the present situation in Natlan, I will use the opportunity to explain my goals and motivations to you, as well as why I mistrust Malwika, the Pyro Archon. I believe there is little reason for you to blindly follow her plan. If you would like to hear our intel, then find us to the east of the stadium. But remember...
You will see me again.
Okay, that was a bit tricky. Ah.
hey! Why are you sitting on the—
See, Lolly! He froze for a moment.
Could it have been those leftover remnants from the Night Kingdom? Do you have any itches or pain? Don't worry. We can take a short break. Sorry, I know I asked for your help. But...
Okay.
If you're feeling sick, you should just say so. See, Lolly should be...
A seasoned traveler must know in any case. Need to be more—
Feeling better yet?
All right, let's— I followed my flidges—
Oh, so it's close by. Then let's—
Well, but if you—
ठीक है, आज के लिए इतना ही। चलो, बाय बाय।
After tonight, I hit the road. Knew I'd be leaving. This ain't easy road that I've known. Let's say goodbye. Let's make this quick. 'Cause right now I don't wanna face what I know that I'll dreadfully miss. And you say, go away, I can wait. We can say I love you through the phone when I'm not so close to home. I'm driving through the city with